Просто це йде на трафу.
Welcome everyone to A Very Bulgarian Christmas Part 2. And those of you who've been with me in Part 1 know by now that the way Bulgarians traditionally celebrate Christmas is with the slaughter of the yearly pig. If you haven't checked out Part 1, I would strongly recommend starting there. I give a whole background on everything really that has to do with this process. And I also give a little bit of a background / warning of what you can expect to see in this video. I know that this topic can be not very pleasant for everyone to see, but this is a very real and raw part of farm life. So I want to depict everything as real as it is to you guys. I don't want to sugarcoat anything, and there's no way I can't show this. I will say real quick and repeat from my old video is that this is a very big tradition, and realistically this pig is going to feed the entire family for an entire year. So last video is a little bit more of the work. There is still a lot of work here, but in this video I'm hoping we'll finally get down to the celebrations at the very end. So without further ado, welcome everyone again, and let's just jump right in. What you see right here is step 13 going off of our last video, and what we're doing is charring the pig skin, because what we have to get to is a point where the skin is essentially cooked. It should be ready to be eaten this way. And the other thing that's happening is you're killing any bacteria. You're also getting rid of any little hair. They're not little. I keep saying little, but they're really big, thick hairs. And you are clearing any muck and guck that is on the pig. Essentially, the skin is going to become a very pink and clean version of itself, kind of like what you see prepared and ready in the stores. And yes, when I say it can be eaten this way, I mean so literally. Stick around a little bit longer so you can see something really weird that we do. I actually saw this for the first time 2 years ago when I first moved here, and I thought it was very odd and honestly kind of gross. I think you guys will probably find it weird too. So stick around, we'll see that part pretty soon. But first, I really want you guys to see how long the process of clearing the skin and cleaning the skin is. Because if you don't do this properly, everything's just gonna be ruined really. You're gonna have a lot of really bad smells and a lot of things that you don't want going on. So. Vaya! Vaya, ела тука, що стоїш на дъжда? Много хубави канчета имаш. Много хитри. Right. Now, the reason for the boiling water on top of the recharred skin, this is like the third time we're charring it, or actually this is the second time, and there will be another time that we do it. You kind of have to go by eye, but it's because you want to really make sure that everything is coming out of the pores. So that's all of the guck. And just imagine your own skin. When your skin is dry and you scrape, you're getting essentially like the surface material off, but then when you really get down to steaming your face or your skin and then using some sort of flattened material with a relatively sharp edge, not too sharp, not like a knife, but call it like the back of a knife, for example, to scrape your skin. Not that I recommend using the back of a knife, but I think you get the idea, like a flat piece of metal. And actually, fun fact, ancient Romans in Roman bathhouses would use this method when taking their baths. Turkish bathhouses as well nowadays, when we go to the spa, they steam you and they keep you in the Turkish bath for a while, and then they come and they use this sort of sharpened, flattened material to really scrape at your skin, and all of the guck, blackheads, and all of that stuff comes out of your skin really well.
Ама няма не, той ще спре.
Ето колко голема е.
Дай му краката.
Да
Дали това не да слуша?
Има леко, че това аз ми кажа да
Ще
го
борите
забърне.
това прасе, аз ще ви казвам. Гире, аз ще оставим това.
Давай.
Хайде,
Няма да стане.
няма ли да подаде някакъв?
Ще проверим она. Да.
Здраво, момче, пък.
Ай, варите. Ай там, где ли да е тук? Дигни го сега на гръб. На гръб.
Чакай се, попа.
Полека.
Извъркайте на това.
Това трябва да се вече да търни. Аз държа на Елона. Нека смирение по дъската.
Ама трябваше малко по да бъде.
Не, няма да го намокре. За това не вари. Сега. Няма да скида, ама се погръбка.
Айде, виж как става.
Теме.
Дай още малко.
Кой сега са завърки, бе? Ай,
Дайте го назад, прасето ще го
Нека да се стича до кръста и сача лежа.
не да го изтървям.
Ти ще изтървим, виж колко му виси глаза.
Ага. Виж ли, чака. Не.
Не може да падне.
Дърпаме да.
Искаш ли? Добре.
Айде.
Върмишки за Ергена.
С сол ли го мажете сега?
Да.
И оцет.
И оцет,
А сол и оцет.
за да му е лека, който ще сега като си белите да едете.
Който обича. Аз обичам. Как се правят така първо? Ай те, да са че готови, виж, що ги гледаш цяло?
Тук, защо стоиш на дъжда? Ела
Там не бъде мокри.
малко.
Ай те не ги правиш, не. Що ги правиш?
Не ги, бе.
Ще ги на две, после кой се играе да чичи към с видео?
Барбекюто е вече готово.
Те ще ги слага, няма ли са бе?
Сега да ги варят на пръза. На пръза викам.
Да, там, вина.
Къде?
Почувай там ходила. Сол служи дрина. Няма. Искай му.
Къде да взема?
Чакай, бе, чакай, бе.
Виж, всичките как излизаме, като знаем, надушваме, че ще се яде скоро.
Това път ги няма.
До година по-голямо да заколиш. Лама е тази къде на C5 и 20 били и яш. Ай. Ти после ще питаш има ли кожа, а? Да си.
Това да си го правят, аз ще го правя сега.
Нали? Ти по твоя стил. Направо като го лепнеш и... За 20 минути...
Първо се зарезва с мен.
И аз те му викам на
После
било.
с дялка.
Е там да някъде гордо.
Да, си.
Малко надолу ще найде, ама нищо кара.
Аз гледам от другия край какво.
Да, бе, добре, бе.
И събираш.
Жил му, че.
Ефтре. Тук нагоре ли изкарваш?
Да, бе, караш. Тук ще излезем по садата. Не знаеш къде.
И сега ще кажа.
Това му майката. А това е дета. Да събере с тази хора.
Ай, Вашичко! После ще питаш има ли?
Ще има да не винаги.
Да няма, само проси няма
Ама
колко.
толкова сменка най-хубаво.
Няма ти дали.
После узбута. Къде бе, къде трябва да изчистена? Къде трябва да изчистена?
Давай, так, той трябва да се изчисти, защото и сега ще го даваме за кълцане. Добре, била къде е сега?
Църво.
Жила в сол в оце. Малко първенка.
Лоричка има чиста.
Кога си яла?
Зими има
Че много обичаш.
Зими тя бе. Съм ме нарязал.
Ами,
Как баба ти стана?
как когато няма? 2 години по-рано.
Яш. Хайде.
Иначе не е лошо.
Който иска да е... Тя не е права била още.
Тя не е правила на полуга.
So, how many of you guys are still with me? Yeah, I realize this is probably really weird to look at, and a bunch of you guys probably just stopped the video at this point. But those of you who are still with me, this is something very traditional that I learned very quickly that we do in Bulgaria. So the first time I saw this was 2 years ago when I first moved here, and we did our first, or at least my first pig. And everyone said, Laurie, come around quickly. You're missing out. I said, okay, what's going on? I went there to see what the attack, that's huddled little attack, is all about. And I saw exactly what you're seeing. They're pulling the skin directly off the pig and just eating it, which at first I thought was A, really weird, and B, honestly really gross, because I just saw this skin covered in poop and muck and all of the stuff that you just saw until now. There's also a really strong smell associated with it in the beginning and all of that. I'm sure you guys can imagine. But I like to consider myself pretty adventurous, and being the adventurous Laurie that I like to think that I am, I decided, okay, let me try this and see what it's all about. The first bite was very odd. It really does taste like a very salty, soury leather shoe, like my brother-in-law said. But then you try the second bite, still really weird. Third bite, and then when you get to like the fourth, fifth, sixth, you get addicted. I don't know what to say. It's a really weird acquired taste. I like to take some of the skin and pop it into the oven, or you can even deep fry it so it gets a little crispy. But there is something interesting and very raw about this tradition, which I learned very quickly to appreciate, and now I'm a big part of it.
Какво правим?
Много командва.
Ами,
Хайде. Що те е лошо дете?
да не забравяйте на Марина да оставите кожа.
Абе,
Кужа.